But yeah, if you get a chance, go watch that movie. It's good. I think it's it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Okay. And we're live. Welcome back to another Corona Geek here, where we talk all about mobile app development using Corona SDK. I'm your host, Charles McKeever. And speaking of mobile development, we've been doing a desktop development series here for several weeks now. I mean, we wrote like 4 or 5 videos in, 5 weeks in. So if you haven't been tuning in, now would be a good time to go over to youtube.com/coronageek. And there is I think there's a playlist there. If not, there will be by the time you watch this. Make a note. And
you mentioned it.
And you mentioned it. No, I think there is a playlist that's ongoing there, and there's definitely one we've created playlists for all the shows that we've done in 2015. We've created snippets, so 10-minute little segments, bite-sized little segments, if you will, that you can go and watch. So there's playlists for that. But it's all over at youtube.com/coronageek, and you're going to want to follow along with what we're doing because Ed has done all the heavy lifting for you. He's even provided code that you can download. You can totally dig through it and explore it and break it and make it your own. And you can go back and watch the videos and follow along step by step of what's happening here. So if you don't understand something, Ed's explained it for you in detail, which is, again, what we're going to do today. So joining us today is Ed Marina from roaminggamer.com. And also joining us is Stephen Johnson from ZabalbaStudios.com. Zabalba!
See? I give you a bad time, but it's going to stick in people's minds pretty soon.
That's right. That's right. You can't get that kind of branding. You got to get that. Right. That's viral right there.
I'm just saying, your name's more exciting. Your site name, your company name is more exciting than mine. So it's like I got to say it. I mean, who goes around saying I'm a gamer?
The syllables just don't work. Right, the syllables just don't lend themselves. Maybe that's what we all need to do. Is we need to just rebrand ourselves in something that's like, so you can just yell in a crowd.
You got a good brand name if kids are like saying it all the time, and you say it, and then they take it to school and they go Zabalba, 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 and the teacher's like, whatever you taught your kid, make him stop doing that, all right, please.
That's exactly it.
My brother is gonna hate me if I teach my nephew or niece how to do that.
You should do it, man. I'm unmuting myself. I said you should do it.
Funny. Well, hey, do we have any announcements before we get into today's topic?
Yeah, briefly.
Go ahead.
So last week, I'm already messed up. Last week, I mentioned that I had a new game coming out. It is now out. By the time you watch this, not live, it should be out. It's cycling through you know how it takes a while to get through the caches on iTunes? So I flipped the switch this morning, and for all I know, it's live. I don't know. And then Google Play is having a problem. For anybody, if you're out there having problems today getting to your pricing and distribution settings, it's a known issue. You don't need to bug them like I did. So that'll be out on Google Play, too, anytime they get that all working.
Oh, cool. And what's the name of the game?
I was going to show it to you instead, actually.
Okay. And the name of the game?
And the name of the game is Picture Perfect Memory. That's not it. That's our game. And I have it under a strange thing called 02 Game. That's the folder it's under. Yes, I don't always name the folders the same as the game. So here I'm running it in simulator. I just wanted to give a quick rundown because this is kind of an exciting game for me because it's got a lot of things that are different from what I've normally done before. First of all, it's not just me. It's Mike over at Crave Create. Oh, I can't pause. Come on, man. Be with it. Mike. Okay, it's not going to work with me. Mike over at Crave Creative. Mike Hempfling. I always say Mike H, but I'm going to say his full name today. He and I worked on this together. And what it is, basically, is a memory game where you can play it against yourself. Now it's paused, of course. Now I'm doing a terrible job of demoing this game. And what you do is you start the game up, and it presents you with a sequence of images and names for those images. So we had orange and lemon in that sequence, and you simply recall them or click them in that order, and every round is more of these images. Now, you can get different themes for this game, so we have a whole bunch of different art themes for this. And for Corona folks out there, the way we did this is through in-app purchases of consumables. So you can buy coins and then use coins to unlock different themes. You get 2 themes unlocked in the beginning, which is the fruit and the YouTubers theme. We thought that'd be cool.
Nice.
So, sorry, Charles, you're not in here, my friend.
No, that's great. That's got a viral appeal for sure, right? I think that's cool.
So we're trying for that, but we're ready if we get hopefully we don't get a cease and desist on this, but if we do, we are ready, because the other cool thing we did with this game is it's got, besides single-player mode, it's got multiplayer mode. So let me go back home.
Well, hold on. Before you get to go, I want to say one thing. One, these YouTubers that you have in this list are much more with it than old school media, so I do not think you will get a cease and desist. I mean, they want anybody talking about them, right? And the second thing is, have you tagged these guys on this game? Like,
we're doing that. We're doing that as we speak. We're in the process of doing the marketing blitz. Actually, the marketing blitz is warming up this week. We're trying to get all this stuff going at the same time.
Okay.
So me telling folks here on the show is sort of like a preview. The real marketing blitz starts next week. So our plan here is we've got it out on the store now, and we're going to go do one more check to make sure everything is good, because as much as you test before it goes live, sometimes you got to test it one more time when it is live for things like in-app purchase and all that good stuff, just to make sure you did everything right. And then we got a lot of stuff in here that is dynamic in the sense that we were pretty sure we knew what it was, but we didn't know 100%. For example, store links and rating links and stuff like that. Those things are always a little bit goofy. And that's what I wanted to say was exciting about this project was, in addition to being a single-player game, it's multiplayer, and it's got 2 basic multiplayer modes. You can invite your friends to play, and you can invite as many friends to play as you want. And the way that works is you send out an invite, and then you set a limit on how long the game will last, say 1 day, 24 hours. And then I could invite Bill and Ted for an excellent adventure to play in my game, and then they would get an invite in their queue of games. They'd get an invite over here. They'd also get a push notification, and they could play that game anytime in the next 24 hours. They don't have to play right now when I'm playing. They can play anytime they want. And when we've all played, it will accumulate the gameplays in their stats, and then I can go see who they played against. And oh, look, we're all very lousy players on this game. We all got 0. But basically, what I canceled this game. So, but they'll accumulate all their scores, and then they can go check them out later. And then they'll get a notification when the game is over. So, like Bill and Ted played, and then I finally played. They would get a push notification and a little flag in their game that says, "Hey, that game just got done," so they can go check it out. But as I was saying, well, I should complete this. So there's friend games, and then there's there's another mode called daily games. And a daily game is where you get to play. The server will select a random theme, and it will select a random. It will select a random seed, and so you can just play this game over and over, trying to outdo everybody else who's playing the daily game. Okay. So, for example, Apple Banana is the first few on this one.
So it's a community aspect to it.
Yeah, and so then you goof up and you can go to the stats. And you can see right now there's not going to be very many people out there at all because it's just us. And there's a grand total today of 2 players, and there's 9 hours and 50 minutes left to finish this game before it winds around to the next one. And it'll show like the top 5 players and where you rank with them, if you rank with them at all. But the last bit that I was going to say that is really exciting is you want to control your game sort of later. You don't want to have to re-release it if you make a mistake. So one thing we did on this game is we put a whole bunch of features in here that are controlled from the server. So they got default settings when they load. And then let's say I made a mistake on like the Twitter link or the rating link. So when you click the rating button, it took you to the wrong place. All I got to do is go update our server, and then the next time somebody loads this game, it'll ping the server and say, "Do you have an update for me?" It'll get it, and then if they click the rating button at that point, it'll work. Everything will be golden.